Welcome back, Divine Essence Tarot. So we're going to take a look at your current energy tonight and whatever should pop out or come out in the cards. We're going to take a look at the oracles first, as usual, and then dive into the tarot. Let's get it. Spirit guides, angels, divine ancestors, please shine the light on what I need to see for Aries. How y'all doing tonight, by the way? Doing good? Yes, I love to see it. I love to hear it. All right, let's take a look, guys, what you got going on. Let's see. For Aries, unfinished business, proposal, forgiveness, reconciliation. Wow. Okay, so it looks like clearly there's someone, looks like a past lover, that feels as though, and you could also feel this way, that you guys left things without closure. You guys ended and there wasn't, a proper goodbye or even a reason for the ending. For some of you, this is a general reading, guys, so if everything that I say, every message doesn't resonate, that's fine. If you need a personal reading, all you have to do is look in my bio. You'll see my email. You can hit me up there and I'm more than happy. You can also visit me on TikTok. All my information is in the bio, in the description, okay? But if it resonates, let me know. I like to, hear that. I like the feedback. But for some of you, you and your past person are feeling this way. There's also a feeling of regret and remorse and a grieving. I'm getting like because you see how this character has on all black. It's like they're grieving. They look like they're at a funeral. And I'm getting that this person wants your forgiveness. First of all, they want to make amends with you. This is someone who's been thinking about this for a long time. This is also someone who can't stop thinking about you, and they feel bad about how things went with you guys. And they're going to come in, they're going to offer you, Aries, some form of apology, and also they might make an offer to restart this. They might also, for some of you, just make an offer to stay and remain friends. So it's going to be up to you. Some of you, not all, will get a proposal of marriage. This person will want to take things to the next level. And that's beautiful. I love to hear those things, Please come back and let me know if any of this made sense. But yeah, I'm just getting a past person who's in their feels, definitely, Aries, right now, over you. Tell me more. Contemplation. Yes, no, unsure, choices, and decisions. Okay, so this could go a few different ways. This could be your energy, Aries, where you don't know how you feel about this person. For some of you, it's been a long time since you even talked to this past person. You guys haven't been in contact, no communication. So you don't know what you want to do. You don't know if you want to keep things as is, or if this person was to pop up, do you want to entertain that? You're just not sure right now. Things are up in the air and you're kind of like weighing it out. I'm getting like a heavy two of Pentacles energy from the tarot, where it's like you don't know, so you're kind of in the middle. You're neutral. And that's for some of you. Now, the other scenario could be where this person wasn't sure about you when you were with them. They were in this, do I want a solid connection with Aries, or do I just want something that's more casual? This is how they showed up in the past, and that's why you guys went your separate ways. Could be that you felt that this person just wasn't sure about you. They didn't choose you, and I feel like that was one of the issues that you had with them. And you could also felt like they had other options as well for some. They could have been talking, you could have felt like they were talking to other people. They had third parties. For some of you, if it's not that, you could have just felt like everything and everybody else was more important than you. And you came last. You understand? And they just didn't prioritize you, Aries, the way that you needed them to. That's what I'm saying. Tell me more. Fighting. It says trust issues, one-sided, detached. Okay? So, this is something that happened in that past connection. Okay? And you guys would fight and argue behind closed doors mostly. For some of you, this connection for you, it was very stressful. Very stressful. And I feel like the reason why is because you could never get a resolve with this person. You guys would fight and argue, but still, at the end of the argument, you still didn't have anything clear. There wasn't an understanding between you. And that continued to happen. It was like a cycle. And I feel like that was part of the issue as well, that you guys just couldn't get on the same page. This person didn't understand you, Aries. You guys spoke two different languages. You understand? So everything you tried to express to them, it went over their head, and vice versa. You didn't get them, they didn't get you. So nobody's point got heard, and then there was no understanding. So there could have been trust issues as well. You could have felt like, again, that this person had other people in their energy that they were entertaining, and they could have felt the same way. Someone felt that they were given more. I do see that as well. It could have been you, Aries, that you felt like you were pouring more into this person than they were, that you cared more, you were showing up more, and you were willing to make things work more than they were. Again, they didn't prioritize you. So you could have felt like, well, I'm making time for this person. I'm being open. I'm being honest. I'm being upfront, and I'm being transparent. And this person is coming off very closed off and very cold. They could have been mean as well. I'm getting to that this person, they fought you. I just heard they fought you tooth and nail. So as you were trying to love them, this person in turn was like fighting against that. Like they were rejecting it. It's like they didn't want it. You understand? So yeah, I could see why things ended, guys. I can see. Love affair, it says at the bottom of the deck. Secrecy, third party, like I mentioned, and then hooking up. Sorry, guys. Secrecy, third party, and then it says hooking up, STD. Wow. So again, you could have known, for some of you, that this person, you could have caught this person cheating on you. It could also be that you just had a feeling. Your intuition was telling you that this person was going behind your back and hooking up with other people. They came off very secretive. They could have really come off, very sus. And they just moved like they didn't want you to know too much. And, they tiptoed around certain topics and things like that. And it brought off an energy of, it had you looking at this person, Aries, like, what are you hiding? That kind of thing. This person, for some of you, they hooked up with somebody and caught something that they had to go to the doctor for and get antibiotics. Okay? And I pray to God it was something that they could get rid of and didn't pass on to you. But for some of you, they could have passed it on to you because they went outside of your connection and took a chance raw with somebody else and then came and brought it back to you. Unknowingly, you didn't, maybe some of you didn't even know that this person was doing anything behind your back until you got that test result. Okay, that's not going to be for everybody, but that was very specific. So that's for just a few of you. All right, now let's look into the tarot. Wow, this person is a piece of damn work. I'm telling you right now. My God. I will never understand why people do it. If you want to me, because I've been in relationships, obviously, in the past. I'm single now for quite some time. But I don't understand why, like, people can't just be honest and say, I don't want this anymore. I want to go deal with somebody else. I want my freedom. Deuces. Like, why can't people say that? Why Why the sneakiness? Why the hiding? It's just sickening, ain't it? Oh, Aries, trust me, I know. I've seen a lot of things in my day. I'm talking like I'm 80, but trust me, I'm 43 and I have seen quite a lot. There's nothing that I would see that would surprise me at this point. Nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. All right, Spirit, please show me what we need to see for Aries. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I gotta just go in. Okay? I gotta just give a little bit of my feedback. Okay? Aries, let's see. What is your current energy right now? What's your current energy as of right now? The Empress. What? Okay. Listen. Love it. So you guys could have Libra in your chart. You could also have Taurus somewhere in your chart. Moon, rising. It could be not your sun, but it could be somewhere in your placements. But what I can see here is, you see the crystals in back of the Empress? Those represent your intuition. So you're very sharp, very on point. When it comes to your gut feelings, you let your guides, you let your intuition, that little voice in your head, you let God, you let your higher power, you don't move just on your own, off of assumptions and all that. You move off of your feelings and your energy and what Spirit tells you. Some of you are very spiritual, which is why you're here with me, okay? But, and some of you grew up religious, I see, and even though you're not religious now, you carry a lot of that spirituality with you to this day. And it leads you. You let it lead you. You let Spirit lead you. And you are just someone who's very magnetic, Aries. I mean, you're a leader. You're a leader by nature, being an Aries, but the Empress is someone who does not follow anyone, okay? The Empress is literally all of the queens in this tarot deck combined, just to show you what kind of power that you have and what kind of influence you have over other people. You easily influence others without even trying. You know, people look up to you. You're handsome, sexy, beautiful, gorgeous. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. The Empress energy, any energy in the tarot there's no gender. It's an energy. So it's just showing that you know who you are. You're very confident. You could also be an entrepreneur. You could be working on your craft at this time and sharpening your skills in some way. Another thing too is that with the Empress, she's a nurturer. So you have a very nurturing, caring, loving energy. You are a parent. I see that. You are either you could have one child or you could have more than one. But I do see that you're a parent for a lot of you, for most of you, because the Empress is a mother figure or a father figure. Then too, on the traditional Rider-Waite deck in tarot, the Empress is pregnant. So it represents, of course, for you fellas, like you're not going to get pregnant, right? But it just represents the fact that anything that you touch or you are affiliated with, it grows. Even people that happen to be in your presence, they learn from you, and you are an asset to anyone that comes in your presence. And that's just how strong you are. You have a certain aura about you that glows. You stand out. You're unique. Definitely love to take care of yourself at this time and just loving on yourself. A lot of you could be doing a lot of self-care right now. You could be doing like yoga or meditation, or even just going to the spa, doing your spiritual baths, things of this nature. And another thing about when I said nature, it reminded me that you love to be out in nature. So you love the outdoors and you love animals and things like this. This is who the Empress is. So your energy is like bomb right now. It's amazing. Tell me more about this, Spirit. The Lovers. What? The Lovers. All right, this is big Libra energy and also Gemini. Okay. But what it shows is that it doesn't always have to be that you're coupled up with someone else, or even that you want to be coupled up. The Lovers is about a twin energy. It's all about, it can be about another person, but it can also just be about the love you have for yourself. And the fact that you are protected. You see how there's an angel that's overlooking this couple? Well, really that couple could be you versus you, and you holding your, reaching out to yourself, loving yourself, getting to know who you are at this time. You could be, like I said, with the self-love situation, you could be really focusing on and learning about how to love yourself better. You could have cut out a lot of bad habits. For some of you, you could have stopped smoking weed, cigarettes, drinking. You could have started to fast for some of you, changed your diet, started exercising more, things like this. The love for yourself is right now, it's very strong, and you're working on that. It's something that you feel is important, and so it's on the forefront right now. Now, as far as for some of you who are in a relationship, it just shows that you and this person are meant to be, honey. Meant to be. This is someone who was divinely guided to actually come in your path and meet you, and vice versa. Whoever, if you're dealing with someone, this person could be long distance as well. One of you or both of you could be from the city. I see that. But I see too that there's a lot of passion between you guys. There's a lot of intensity. The chemistry is off the chain, because I'm looking on the card. There's a tree, and there's two trees. One of them is full of flames. There's no leaves on it. It's just full of flames. That's sex energies, very sexual. But then on the other tree, there's apples, and it reminds me of, with these two characters being, there's apples and then there's a serpent. And so it reminds me of the Adam and Eve, that, temptation. So this is somebody that you're dealing with that you could look at them like they tempt you. This is, maybe it could be, for example, this is somebody who's a bad boy or a bad girl, and you shouldn't really be dealing with them. They ain't no good, but you still attracted to them because they just hot. It's something about them that you can't stay away, and it's a temptation. But yeah, for those of you who are not in connection with anybody, you're just loving on yourself right now. Okay? Beautiful. I love that for you. Now, what's the advice for Aries at this time? What is the advice for Aries? Queen of Swords. Air energy. Okay, so this is big Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy here. You could have in your chart somewhere. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. Seven of Wands. This came reversed. I'll show you guys in the upright so you can see. Okay. Now, what I can see here with this Queen of Swords, this is an energy of Spirit wanting you to be honest. I feel like they want you to be honest with yourself. There's something that you might feel that you need clarity on at this time, and Spirit is saying be honest with yourself, because you already know the answer, is what I just heard. You know the answer because you are someone who's very intuitive, highly intelligent. You see that sword, you're very sharp mentally. So the fact that there's something that you're thinking about that you feel you don't have the clarity on, you just need to look a little deeper and think clearly, and the answer will come to you, because you already really know the answer. The answer is within you. That's what they're saying. You guys would know what that's about. Okay? But also over here, I see the Seven of Wands here. You see it looks like she's in a defensive stance, right? This card here is all about having to hold your ground, I just heard. So you could have had to hold your ground on something in the recent past. There could have been something or somebody that was coming at you, and you needed to really stand up for yourself and fight for yourself. And I feel like you did, and you backed this person down. If it's not a person that you had to do that with, these wands here could represent just different struggles that you have recently went through. So it could have been different issues, problems that came up in your life recently, one thing after the next. There was more than one. There's 7 wands here. So I see there's a lot of things that you had to like deal with in the recent past. You already dealt with them. You tackled them one by one and you handled them. And Spirit is saying whatever it is that, you know, you don't feel you have the clarity on, you really do. Like, trust in yourself. Trust in your intelligence, because you know you have what it takes to see what you need to see when it comes to this matter. I want to know what it's about. What is it that Aries is not clear on? What is it that Aries is not clear on, Spirit? 4 of Pentacles reversed. This is the 4 of Pentacles. I'll show you guys. 4 of Pentacles. That came reversed, guys. And does it have to do, it looks like it has to do with, it could be a couple of things. It could have to do with money, okay, because the Pentacles represent your coin. So it could be that you guys were dealing with money matters. You had issues when it came to your funds. And it was like maybe it was bills piling up. It could have been bills that just kept coming and coming and coming. And you were trying to figure out, how am I going to do this? How am I going to tackle all of this? It's like, I feel like it became overwhelming for you. And so it could have been for some of you that you had money issues in the past. And I see it could be, if it's not the money, it could be that you were holding on to someone. You could have been, you see how she's holding on to that coin there, and she's holding it tight. So you could have been relying on someone, or you could have been leaning on someone and clinging to them, you know, too tightly. And I feel like, being that this came reversed, it shows that you have released them. Okay, so for those of you who it resonates, if it's a person, you know who I'm talking about. If it's money, let me know in the comments. I like to hear back. But yeah, it looks like you have released that person already, because this came reversed. You dropped them already. You dropped them. So maybe you could be in your head thinking, damn, did I make the right decision? But it looks like if it was a person that they brought a lot of if it was a person, they brought a lot of stress into your life, a lot. And I feel like it got to the point where you didn't feel comfortable. You didn't feel like you didn't feel safe, and you didn't feel like you could let your guard down. And so the fact that you released them, I just want to say congratulations to you, Aries, that did that, because that was the best thing you could have did for yourself, for the love of you. Because look at the energy that you're in now. Big Empress, big Lovers energy here. Loving on yourself, confident, all right? Don't second guess yourself, because I feel like some of you are like slipping into that, damn, did I make the right? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm telling you, you did. Okay? All right? Bottom of the deck here is the 9 of Pentacles. Wow, look. This is the bottom of the deck, guys. Bottom of the deck is... it's basically called the shadow card. And the shadow card is all about the overall theme of your reading. So with this 9 of Pentacles, what it represents is the fact that you right now, for a lot of you, you're single. You're not dealing with anybody. You're not coupled up with anybody. You're not in a relationship, nor do you care to be in one, okay? Because the 9 of Pentacles is a very independent energy. This is showing that, you know, what you don't see coming is the fact that for those of you who are like in a relationship, you're going to wind up being very single, but you're going to be happy with that, because you're going to be busy working on your money. You see those coins there? There's a lot of them, right? 9 of Pentacles. In tarot, when you get 10 of anything, 10 Pentacles, 10 Swords, it's very major. So with this, you have 9. One more Pentacle and you'll have everything that you need. So what you don't see coming is you're going to have a lot of success. You will be I see a lot of growth in the future for you. A lot of ability for you to build and grow your money instead of just getting money and spending it. You'll be able to, you're going to find a way or ways to grow your money where, and it could be with businesses or a business that you could be thinking of starting. Spirit is saying go for it. And I do see that you're someone who's a hard worker, you know, again, with this leader energy here. But Spirit wants you to know what you don't see coming is the fact that you're going to be so self-reliant that it won't matter who stays and who goes, honestly, because you're just that powerful right now. You don't need anyone. You're not going to need anybody in the future. You know, what you don't see coming is the fact that you'll be able to stand 10 toes on your own. And I feel like that's something that you're used to that. So it's not something that's going to be hard for you to do, but it just shows, Aries, that you're in your power, you know. And I'm loving it for you. You know, I want you guys to please let me know how it resonates. I appreciate and love you so much. I thank you guys for the support. For those of you who have been between my TikTok and YouTube and back and forth and commenting, liking, I appreciate all the love. I see it all. I try to comment back on everything. And yeah, I will see you guys again real soon. And